big story in horse racing today with the birth of the mighty Winx's half-sister, and there's a real Japanese connection. Host of Racing Dreams and Kieran's brother Tim Gilbert is in Scone with the latest.
Oh, well, sport in Japan right at the moment, Kieran, is unbelievable, isn't it? You've got the Rugby World Cup, which of course you are hosting. Then we've got the Olympics next year. But another amazing sporting story is in horse racing. We've seen a huge story today with Winx's half-sister, and there's no one in Australia that knows more about Japanese horse racing than John Massara, and we are at Arrowfield Stud. John, how are you?
Morning, how are you?
This is an interesting story, this one. Deep Impact matched up with Winx's mother. Tell us what's happened.
Well, Deep Impact was one of the world's greatest stallions until we lost him a couple of months ago. He had to be put down due to a neurological problem. And so what we've got now here is we've accessed two of his best sons, two champion sons. But look, Japanese racing is at the very top of the tree worldwide. Horses from Japan have gone around the world and beaten the best that's around. And I, for one, believe that they're at the pinnacle of racing worldwide. And so it's important for Australians to be able to access some of that Japanese blood, particularly that Deep Impact blood.
Yeah, Deep Impact. So Deep Impact covered Vegas Showgirl, which is Winx's mother, and now this foal is worth, well, through the charts. But here we have, this is Real Steel. Real Steel is Deep Impact's son. He's standing right there, and breeders in this country have the opportunity to have any of these three Japanese horses.
Well, you've got him, and you've got Mickey Isle, both sons of Deep Impact, and both champion sons of Deep Impact. And then, of course, you've got Morris. Morris was the horse of the year in Japan a few years ago, and we know him as the beast from the East. He's an enormously talented and magnificently conformed horse. So we consider ourselves very lucky and privileged to be able to access those stallions for our own mares, but also to offer them to Australian breeders that want to use them.
Yeah, so there you go. That is Real Steel. Now, Morris has just, we'll walk down here, because Morris has just come back. He's been doing some work. Of course, that's what he's here for, and he flies back to Japan later on in the year, but he's a beautiful horse, and he is like the Usain Bolt. He is like a Winx in the sense of his motor, and what he did in 2015 was extraordinary.
Well, he won 6 Group 1 races in Japan and in Hong Kong. He went offshore and succeeded against the best.
Finally, we had the great opportunity last night, because we're bringing stories for Racing Dreams across the next few weeks, to see a foal being born. It was beautiful. It was one of those moments I'll never forget.
Yeah, it's a touching moment, because I know occasionally we can attend a human birth with our wife, etc. But this happens every night here during the breeding season. From August to about November, we'll have hundreds of foals born here. And each one's a little bit different, but each one's a very, it's a feel-good moment, and it's watching nature at its best. This is a cradle-to-grave operation here. We grow them here. They go to racing either for ourselves or they're bought by clients, and then hopefully the females return here, and the males, if they're great, like the Autumn Sun, which was bred here, also returns to Standard Stud. So it's a very much of a cycle, and we're privileged to be involved in all of that.
Yeah, and you've done an amazing job when you think of Dane Hill, Redout's Choice, the Autumn Sun, and there he is, the beast from the East. He's a beautiful horse. Morris. Kieran and Annalise, thanks, John. That was great. Great to be here for a few days as well. We'll head it back to you, and a lot of stories coming up on Racing Dreams over the next few weeks.